Hello everyone and welcome to this video and welcome to this full yoga flow, which is also fantastic for beginners. And let me introduce you to Sarah.
Hello.
And let me also excitingly introduce you to the launch of my 8-part yoga series in my app with Sarah. So this is like a launch video for this. So if you're looking to improve your yoga, your mindfulness, your connection to your body, and of course your flexibility and strength, then make sure you check out that plan that's now live in the app. So I'll just throw out my excuses now. I had don't judge me, I had a back injury like a couple of weeks ago, so I'm feeling very stiff, very limited. I'm not in any pain, but you'll see me taking a very easy route. But this is exactly what I wanted to talk about anyway, which is yoga is for everyone, isn't it? Whatever your level, and I want to help inspire those that may not feel like they're complete yogis. But this is a journey of improvement, and I'm happy to be sharing where I am in my journey with you today. So without further ado, let's get cracking on to the session. Over to you.
Thanks, Alex. Okay,
Thank you.
So we're going to come and start today in our child's pose. So if you're not sure how to get there, it's best just to come into all fours. Bring your toes to touch. Take your knees as far apart as feels comfortable for you. Everyone's a little different. And then we're going to move our hips towards the heels. Don't worry if they don't quite land. Reaching your hands out in front of you, you can either then bring your forehead to a block, which is what I would suggest if you're feeling a bit tight in your back, or if you're feeling okay, forehead coming down onto the ground. And as you come into this position, just take a moment to have a little feel around, a little sway from side to side, finding a version of the pose that's feeling really comfortable in your body, or as comfortable as you can get it if you're feeling quite tight today. And then once you've found that position, closing your eyes, and we're just going to start by taking a really full breath in through the nose. And open your mouth, let everything go. Let's do 2 more like this, just to encourage us to start to land and to settle. So a nice deep breath into the back of your body. And then open your mouth, let everything go. And on that exhalation, really allow your body to relax. 1 more deep breath in. Open your mouth and let everything go. Good. And then sealing your lips. If it's comfortable to do so, just start breathing in and out of your nose. So breath coming in. And breath going out. Breath coming in. And breath going out. So we're using the breath like this just to start to calm the nervous system, to encourage your body to settle and bringing you into a more calm and grounded place to begin your practice. And it's especially important if you've got a lot going on, if you've got a busy day ahead, or you're arriving to your mat after a busy day. It's really just going to help bring you into a more centered place to deal with whatever's going on. So let's just take a couple more breaths like this. So really calming breath in, calming breath out. Last one. Good. And then maybe just start to roll your forehead from side to side across your block or your mat, just massaging any tension out of your brow. And you could take this movement into little rocks from side to side into the torso. Don't worry if the movement feels a little tight or limited. It's completely normal. Just have a little feel around, notice how that experience is for you. And then as you come back to stillness at the center, we're going to take 1 more really full breath into the back of your body, filling up, up, up. Open your mouth, let everything go. Good, and then nice and slowly, let's come forward to a tabletop position. So bringing your shoulders above your wrists and your hips above your knees. As you arrive into all fours, just popping any blocks to the side. Spreading through the hands, we're going to begin with cat-cow to move into your spine. So as you breathe in, start to drop your belly down, lift your gaze and your tailbone to the sky. And as you breathe out, round into your back, chin to chest, navel to spine. Again, inhale, drop your belly, draw your shoulder blades down your back to open into your chest. And as you round, push the floor down with your hands to press your spine to the ceiling. Let's do one more together like this. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze and tailbone lift to the sky. Exhale, round, and as you dome into your back, feel your shoulder blades spread apart from one another. And then from here, just start to move nice and organically, so letting your body go in any way that feels good. And I encourage you to close your eyes at this point, so you're not focusing on what Alex or I are doing, but you're really just starting to tune into what feels good in your body. So you could take big circles with your hips, you could take figures of 8, you could play with the weight coming forward and back. Maybe you just carry on with cat-cows. It's entirely up to you, but really just starting to move into all of those little tight spots that we all have. So let's just take a couple more moments here doing this. Good. And then as you make your way back to a nice neutral tabletop, we'll take just 2 more cat-cows together. So breathing in, drop your belly down, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round into your back, pull your navel up to your spine, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, dropping the belly, get long across your collarbones. Exhale, round, doming into the spine. Good, and then as we come to neutral, we're going to move into a very gentle downward dog. So just walking your hands a couple of inches further forward, curling your toes under. Start to move your hips back to your heels. Notice how this brings your shoulders behind the wrist. Let's try and keep that alignment as you send your hips up behind you into down dog. And as you come into your down dog, just really slowly walk out your feet. So you're pressing your heels to the ground, not because you want to get them on your mat, but to feel that really nice stretch running into the back of your calves, maybe up into your hamstrings. And I really encourage you to not get too attached to this idea of having straight legs. Instead, a really generous bend in the knees can feel a lot more comfortable. That will then give you the space to lift your tailbone high, lengthen into your spine. And as you push the mat away through your palms, send your chest to thighs, which is gonna take you into the shoulders. And especially if you do a lot of lifting, if you're very, very tight, this bend in the knees is gonna completely transform your downward dog for the better. So let's just take a couple more moments here, slowly walking out through the feet, loosening into the body. Good. Yeah, spreading through the hands. And then as we come to be still, we're going to take 3 waves through the body. So you're going to come right up onto your tiptoes, tuck your chin into your chest, and then keep your spine slightly domed as you inhale, roll forward to a high plank. As you come into your high plank, hover your knees an inch off your mat, lift your tailbone to the sky, send hips back. Yeah, perfect. 2 more like this. So inhale, roll forward, almost building on those cat-cows. Knees hover, tailbone lifts, press your hips to heels up to the sky. Last one, inhale to come forward. Exhale, knees hover, lift your hips, send them up and back, really nice. And this time we're gonna inhale, roll forward to your high plank. Let's hold high plank for a moment. Now, a lot of you will be very familiar with high plank, but this is a yogi high plank. So you're pushing your heels towards the space behind you. Pull your kneecaps up your thighs, draw your navel in like you're trying to tuck it underneath your lower ribs. And then as you push the floor down with the hands, press your upper back to the ceiling so you're doming in the back. We're going to take a breath in together here, inhale. And as you breathe out, let's all lower the knees, untuck toes. Shoulders are gonna come slightly forward, and then keep your elbows tight to your rib cage as you come all the way onto the belly. Yeah, good. Now looking down to your mat, let's come up onto the fingertips. Hands are gonna come off the mat in line with the shoulders. Squeeze your glutes, your bum, root down through the tops of your feet. And we're gonna breathe in, just press the floor away through the fingertips, start to lift the chest, gaze eventually comes forward, and everyone's going to come to a different height, so find whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we exhale, ripple down, passing through your ribs, heart, forehead comes to your mat. 2 more like this. So inhale, lift, strengthening your back, opening your chest. Exhale, ripple down. Yeah, lovely breath, Alex. 1 more. Inhale, rolling up. Find that sweet spot for you. Exhale, we melt down. Good. And as you come down this time, let's bring our hands back onto the mat beneath your shoulders. Press to your knees, tuck your toes. Downward dog. Coming into your down dog, have another little walk out of your feet. We're going to take a big breath in together. Open your mouth, let everything go. Good. And then looking forward, let's just tiptoe our way up to the hands. So we're going to come into this forward fold at the top of the mat. Now as you get there, feet are about hip width apart. Let's inhale, bring your hands to your shins, shine your chest forward, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Find this nice openness across the chest. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we breathe out, bend your knees, arms are heavy, forward fold. And we're just going to take a few moments here. And there's lots of different options you can take. It's about finding what feels good for you. So arms could hang heavy, just really relaxed, maybe palms face up to the sky. You could take hold of opposite elbows with your hands. You could interlace your fingers around the base of your skull. And as you just draw your chin to chest, feel a little more length through your back. Or if you want to bring it more into your shoulders, fingers interlace behind you and your fist melts forward over the head. So whichever arm variation you take with your arms, I really encourage everyone to have a bend in the knees. Think about lifting your tailbone to the sky, let the crown of your head melt to the mat. Yeah, those neck circles Alex is doing is really, really nice, just for the neck, top of the shoulders. So maybe close your eyes. We'll take 2 nice full breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Just really soften on the exhale, no effort necessary. 1 more, breathing in, breathing out, crown of your head melts to your mat. And then we're all going to come together with the arms hanging nice and heavy. Keep this little bend in your knees, chin to chest, and let's roll slowly up to stand. Peel through every little vertebrae on your way up. And then eventually, as you come to stand, we're going to circle the hands up to the sky and then pull your prayer into your chest. As you get here, feet hip width apart, close your eyes, take a really deep breath in. Open your mouth and let everything go. And just notice how you feel already for a little bit of movement. Breath coming in. Breath going out. Sealing the lips if you can. We'll take 1 more breath here, breathing in. Breathing out. Good. And then blinking the eyes open. We're going to take 3 half sun salutations to start to move through the whole body. So we're going to breathe in. Let's circle hands up to the sky. If it's okay in your neck, you could gaze to your thumbs. Breathing out, nice big bend in the knees. Fold forward, fingertips towards your mat, but they don't need to come to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, shine your chest forward, gaze down. Exhale, knees soften, forward fold. To stand, inhale, rise all the way up, big circle of your arms, fingertips sweep up above you. Exhale, prayer into the chest. Good, we're gonna do 2 more like this, finding the rhythm. Inhale, rise up, nice big circle with your arms. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Tailbone lifts, crown of your head to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe fingertips stay on the mat if your hamstrings are open. Exhale, knees soften, forward fold. To the sky, inhale, come up, big circle, moving into those shoulders, your chest. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Good, just 1 more together. Inhale, we circle, arms high. Ooh. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Moving meditation. Inhale, we rise up. Nice and steady. Hands circle above you. Exhale, prayer to your heart. And we're going to hold it here. Close your eyes. Really well done. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth. Let everything go. And then eyes open. Let's inhale. Sweep hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Nice bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift again. And then this time we're going to breathe out. Deep bend in your knees, hands to your mat. Let's step to a high plank. Good. Now I'm going to give you 2 vinyasa options. We could start by lowering the knees, untucking the toes, bringing the chest forward. You'll come all the way onto your belly. Squeezing your glutes, you inhale, lift the chest forward. And then you lower and press back to downward dog. Second option, Alex, I'll meet you in downward dog, is to stay with your plank, shoulders come forward, and then your elbows bend to 90 degrees, tight to the ribs. Rolling over your toes, squeeze your glutes, thighs and knees lift into upward dog, and then hips press up and back, downward dog. So we all get there together. As you land, take a big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Good, and then feet together at the back of the mat. Let's inhale to lift the right leg to the sky. And as you breathe out, look forward. Step your right foot between the hands. Good, you can absolutely lower that back knee to help step the foot through if that's helpful. We're gonna lift that back knee high on the ball of your back foot. Let's come to a standing lunge. So we come all the way up, fingertips lift up to the sky. Now in this, you really want to tuck the tailbone under. The target area is this left hip flexor, left quad. So the more you tuck the tailbone under, the deeper you're going to feel that stretch. Take a nice deep bend into the front knee. And whereas sometimes in the gym you're doing lunges and you're dropping your back knee down, instead press through the back heel and get this leg strong and straight behind you. Yeah, good. Little fingers turn in, thumbs out to create space for your upper back. Let's take a breath in together here. And then as you breathe out, we move to warrior 2. So back heel comes down, front toes stay pointing forward, and your front heel is more or less lined up with the arch of your back foot. Gaze soft over the front middle finger. Imagine you're holding a pencil between your shoulder blades and just notice how that opens the chest. Let's inhale, shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, let them soften. Good. And then flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. So your right fingers lift up to the sky. You're long through the right side of your waist and the left side. We're not coming all the way back and getting really short through the left side of the waist. We're tall, we're reaching up. And then if you want more of a challenge, you can come down into the front knee. Good. Now if the breath has got away from you, calm it down. Calming breath in, calming breath out. One more, we breathe in together. As we breathe out, we're going to bring our right forearm to right thigh. Your back arm circles across your chest, fingers reached into the space in front of you, and rotate your chest up to the ceiling. Now there's a little bit of playtime here. You're very welcome to stay as you are. If you want to take this deeper into the legs, you could bring this bottom hand either to a block or to the mat, and then keep this arm reaching over the head. That's really going to feel strong in the inner thighs. If you want to play with a bind, you could bring this top arm behind you. It could take hold of your waistband or maybe the crease of the front thigh. Or you could take full bind if you're feeling a little spicy, bottom arm underneath the front leg, hands catch one another behind you. But really it's just playtime. Don't take it too seriously. One more breath, we're gonna breathe in. As you breathe out, look down. Let's bring left hand to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. Right fingertips lift up to the sky for a little twist. And if you're feeling a little tired or a little bit tender, you can always lower your back knee to the ground here as a way of support. Yeah, beautifully modified. Let's hold here for 2. Last one. That's it. And then we're going to bring our gaze to the ground. Let's frame the front foot with the hand. Lifting that back knee if it's lowered, we're all gonna come to high plank. And then go through your vinyasa of choice. So maybe you come onto your belly, lowering the knees, come all the way down. Maybe you come with me, stay with your plank. We lift the chest forward. Maybe it's a low cobra like Alex is demonstrating. Maybe it's upward dog. And then we all send the hips high. Downward dog. Well done. Take a deep breath in through the nose here. Deep bend in the knees. Open your mouth, let everything go. Good. And then we're going to repeat this on the left side. So feet together. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. As you breathe out, step your foot as gently as you can between the hands. Let's move with intention. Back knee can definitely lower to help get you there. To the sky, press the floor away with your feet. Rise up through the torso, up with the fingers. And then as that little reminder, it's right hip flex the right quad that we want. So tuck the tailbone. Sink down into the front knee, kick away through the back heel. Yeah, look how Alex's fingers are really splaying out. That's what we want. We want to keep every little aspect of the body in the pose. We don't kind of want dead hands at the end of our arms. Everything is active and engaged.
I noticed that in your videos, and I hadn't done it before, and I noticed that they needed a stretch.
Yeah, they do. Think of all the work your hands do, and then they never get a release. And the same is true of the feet. Very, very important to work through the feet. So let's take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior two. So that back heel just lands. Check in with your feet. They're the foundation of the pose. So we always build the pose from the ground up. Front toes forward. Front heel lining up roughly. It doesn't need to be perfect with the arch of your back foot. And then maybe the back edge of your foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Maybe the toes can turn in a little. Find what feels comfortable. Gaze soft over your front middle finger. We're going to breathe in shoulders to ears. Exhale, let everything soften. And then we flip the palm reach forward. Keep the bend in your knee as you lift left fingertips to the sky. If it's comfortable in your neck, you could look to your top hand. If it's feeling a little awkward, I find looking to the back heel is a really nice alternative. And then just notice if your knee is collapsing into the center line of the mat. If it is, just encourage it out towards your front little toe to really get into those hips. We're going to take one more breath together here. Yes, nice breath. So let's inhale. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh, extended side angle. This arm brushes across your chest. Fingers reach into the space behind you. Taking whichever variation you took on the other side. So maybe you stay here. As a reminder, this bottom hand could come to your block or your mat outside the foot. You've got half bind and you've got full bind. Now, wherever you are, think about spiraling through your spine. Rotate your chest up to the ceiling. One more moment. Yes, looking down, everyone. Let's bring right hand to the ground, graceful. Pivot to the ball of your back foot, left fingertips sweep to the sky. Option to lower the back knee. If you're keeping it lifted, press through your heel behind you like you're trying to press it onto a wall. So you're really active through the leg. Spread through the fingers of your top hand. Push the floor away through the bottom hand. Try not to collapse into the shoulder. We take one more breath in together. And as you breathe out, look down. Hand frames your foot. Come high onto the ball of your back foot, lift your hips. This gives you the space to more gracefully step to your high plank. And then through your vinyasa. So maybe knees, belly, come down. Maybe you stay with your plank. Low cobra, high cobra, upward dog, yogi's choice. And then hips lift, downward dog. Well done. Walking out through your feet. Maybe just notice how this downward dog feels to the one we did right at the beginning. As we take a full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Good. And then up onto your tiptoes, chin to chest. Inhale, roll all the way forward to your high plank. Good. And then with or without your knees, that is your choice. Lower all the way down. onto your belly. Good. And we're going to take just a couple of back bends here. So bringing your forehead to the ground. We're all going to start with our locust, interlacing your fingers behind your back. If you're very tight in the shoulders, you could always take a strap, a tie, a tea towel, and just take one end in each hand so you're still able to come into this variation, but you don't need to be able to take the hands to get there. If you can interlace the fingers, then go for it. We're all gonna roll the shoulders away, reach fist to heels, and then as you breathe in, start to lift up. So we're coming into this little banana shape on the belly. Fist or hands reach to the back of the room with the intention of opening into your chest. Let's keep your gaze down so your neck is long and in line with the rest of your spine. Taking one more breath. And then we gently, gently lower. Bring your right cheek to your mat. Let your arms rest alongside the body. You could have a little sway with your hips side to side. It can be nice to bend your knees and let your lower legs windscreen white from side to side. And then we're all gonna come to be still. Just close your eyes for a second. Notice how you feel. Notice the breath, the fullness of your breath, because you simply chose to show up and to move your body. And then we're going to take one last back bend. So looking down, forehead to the ground. Now you could repeat your locust, which is what Alex is going to do.
Definitely.
Or I would suggest, if you are taking hold of the fingers, when we interlace fingers, we naturally go one way. One thumb will always naturally go on top. So just take the non-habitual grip, so it feels like you're holding someone else's hand. So even through our grip, we're keeping it very even and balanced. If you're feeling quite open or you want to have a little play, you can come into bow with me. You'll bend your knees, catch the outer feet or ankles with the hands, flex your toes to support your knee joints, and then kick your feet into your hands. Whichever option you're in, the intention here is to really open the chest. Yes, we're bending the back, but when we bend the back, we're opening the heart. So really think about creating space in your chest, find that length through the inside of your upper arms, and breathe if you're feeling tired, especially if you're feeling tired, for 2, for 1. Good, and then we gently lower. Left cheek to the mat this time. Let your arms relax. Take any little movements that feel comfortable. Sighs and sounds are welcome. Let go of anything that's coming up. Creating space in the body, but also within the mind, within our thoughts. Clearing the mind of the clutter as well as your physical self. Just take another moment here. Good. And then we're nearly there, guys. Keep your left cheek on the ground. Reach your left arm over your head into the space in front of you. You'll bring your ear and cheek to rest onto the arm. And then your right hand just gives you a little push to roll over onto your back. And as you do that, you might just need to wiggle yourself back onto the mat. And then let's just all bend the knees for a moment. Let them knock into one another. Feet just under mat width apart. Right hand can rest onto your belly, left onto your heart. Close your eyes. And this is a really, really grounding posture. Bringing your hands onto your body like this is signaling to your nervous system that you're safe, that it can relax. So if you've got a lot going on, this is a really, really supportive place to come to, be it in a yoga practice or just in your bed, on the floor watching TV. It's a really, really nice resource. And then we're going to close our practice today with a couple of twists. So let's heel toe the feet to mat width apart. You're going to lift your hips an inch, This bit catches everyone out. Keep your knees pointing up to the ceiling. Just take your hips over to the right, landing them towards the right edge of your mat. You then cross your right thigh over left, pull both knees into your chest, and then let your knees fall over to the left. Right arm reaches away, palm to the sky. If you're a bit limited on space, you could cactus this arm, fingers point to the space behind you. Equally, if this twist is feeling too strong, there's a couple of things we can do. You could bring a pillow, a bolster, a block, any sort of prop you've got at home underneath the knees to take out some of the pressure. Or you could take this left leg long and then just use the left hand to pull your right knee across. So I'll take that option. Alex is in the full variation. If it's okay to turn your head to the right, then do so, but keep your eyes closed. And twists are a beautiful way to close your practice. They neutralize your spine, they harmonize the flow of energy through your body. And they're also a really lovely way to take a final stretch across your shoulder and around the outside of your hip, down into your IT band, which runs down the outer thigh. So for these final couple of breaths here, just really give your body permission to soften and to relax. One more breath. And then we'll slowly come onto our backs. Take your time, no need to rush. When you eventually come onto your back, feet plant into the ground, hips lift and go all the way over to your left. If you took the variation I took, come with me again, right leg long, left knee in, and then your right hand pulls it across. If you're taking the full bind, yes Alex, cross left thigh over right, knees pull into your chest and then fall across. Left arm away, palm to the sky. So just starting to soften the crown of your head and your forehead. That little gap between your eyebrows. Relax your jaw, your tongue, and your throat. Relax your shoulders and soften your belly. Let your hips relax and your legs be heavy. Taking this release all the way down to the tips of your toes. For these final couple of breaths here. And then once you've completed the breath that you're on, we're slowly going to make our way onto our backs once more. Take your time, no need to rush. Your hips will eventually come back into the center of your mat. Let your legs extend long. Your arms rest alongside your body, palms facing up to the sky. And just take any final movements and adjustments necessary so that you really are in the most comfortable version you can find here. Coming into your Shavasana, we're going to take one last really big breath in. Fill all the way up like a balloon, completely full of air. Hold your breath. Take an extra sip of air through your mouth. And then open your mouth and let everything go. And just taking these last couple of minutes to be still, to be relaxed. It's such an important part of your practice, allowing your body to absorb all of the goodness, the medicine of the movement and the work that you've done. And know that I will be here to bring you out in a couple of minutes. take a gentle breath in through your nose and a soft sigh out your mouth. Bringing little movements back to your fingers and your toes. And let your head gently fall from side to side. And together, let's reach the right arm over your head into the space behind you. And you're going to use that arm as a pillow as you roll to rest onto your right hand side. And keeping your eyes closed if you can. Don't worry if you can't. Just slowly find your way up to a comfortable seat. Olive has come to join us, bringing your hands together in prayer at your heart. And just to observe how your body's feeling, the shifts and the changes that you've cultivated in choosing to show up and carve out this time in your day for yourself. Thanking Alex for creating this space for you to really take care of yourself, to bring balance to the work you're doing. And really just thank your body for always doing its best and working so hard to keep you safe and well. So let's close with one last really loving breath in. Send this loving breath to every little cell in your body. Open your mouth and let everything go. Bowing head to heart. Really well done, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for taking my community through this.
You're welcome.
Please comment underneath and let us know how you're feeling now and whether you enjoyed that. And if you'd like to learn more about Sarah and what she does, then make sure you follow the links in my description. And of course, if you'd like to take on this 8-part yoga series that's now live in my app, then make sure you do. I have, and I love it, and I will be repeating it many times. So thank you so much. All right, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye guys, well done. Say bye.